Hello everyone, thanks so much for checking out my channel today for this Leo full moon astrology report for February 4th. And I am so hopped up on Lionsgate mushroom honey from Manuka Blends here in Bend, Oregon. We just had this healthy happy hour. It was so awesome at Breathe Love Bend. For those of you who are local, it was incredible. We had gather, sauna, and Manuka honey, did a cacao ceremony, and Susan Harmon played music from her new single, Fade Away, and a bunch of other tracks she's releasing. Anyways, I've been taking Lionsgate because it helps with my migraines, and also it can help women with hormone balance. If you have menopause, she has some great tinctures. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna put a link down below because I am feeling good. And on February 4th, we will have the full moon in Leo with a T-square between the sun, moon, and Uranus. And that is going to bring an intense energy full of unexpected events, possible opportunities, but also shocking, surprising, earth crisis kind of things. So you want to stay tuned because there are a lot of transits coming at us today. And February 4th will begin a brand new year in the 9-star key astrology, which is the Eastern nature-based 5-element astrology that I also study. And 2023 will be that tree that bends in the wind, and we are all going to be adapting to changing circumstances in 2023. So if you haven't already, check out my Lunar New Year. I have my little red lantern because I've been celebrating the Lunar New Year of the water rabbit, and find out what 2023 will bring for you. You can look up your own personal 9-star key star. We all are born of a certain star, and every year we travel through a different element. And this year I will be traveling through the tree that bends in the wind, even as the whole world is. But some of you may be traveling through different elements, and it will flavor your year in different ways. So check it out. This might be my favorite system for learning how to align with the energy, for manifesting and really making profound changes, knowing when to go forward and when to pull back. And I have been in this introverted earth mountain. I'm in my cocoon for the whole month of January. I've been feeling kind of like I just want to go within and try to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life. And then in February, I will be going into that 9-star, coming out into the light again. And so I'm excited for a re-emergence, and we have all the planets stationing direct. Can you feel it? Everything is moving forward now. And I was really ready for this full force forward momentum to finally get moving on some really big projects I'm working on, and I was hoping to get my ambition back. I had to finish up all those astrology charts. I know several of you are still waiting for your 2023 astrology chart reading, but I gotta tell you, that was when Uranus finally went direct, the last planet that was retrograde. That was not as exciting as I thought it would be. There was a bit of a wobble in my forward momentum, my forward step. And I think we are all recalibrating. That is the word for this full moon. There's a recalibration that's happening because we've had all those planets retrograde and now they've all stationed direct. And you know, when a planet stations direct, it has more potency. It's more powerful. It's more intense. And when you have a planet like Uranus in Taurus stationing direct, there is this intensity, this earth energy. I was having headaches that felt like earthquake headaches. And I was looking up if there were any earthquakes. And sure enough, here where I live in the Pacific Northwest, we have been having a lot of little tremors and there's been solar storms. And I'm just a little off my game right now. And I'm curious if anyone else is feeling that way. Just a little bit of a wobble in your step forward. And like you haven't quite gotten that forward momentum going yet. And so I think that Uranus at full strength is empowering us to make these powerful changes. And we're all going to be feeling a lot of change in 2023, but we might just want to do it in baby steps right now. And it really feels like we're tiptoeing around a sleeping lion on this Leo full moon, because with that incredible Uranus T-square with the sun and the moon and Uranus in a powerful T-square, we've got the full moon in Leo, the sun in Aquarius, and Taurus, Uranus in Taurus. You know, I don't want to say this. I really don't. As a Scorpio myself, this full moon is going to be affecting, can you guess? The fixed signs. God, the fixed signs. Fixed signs can't get a break, and the fixed signs are going to be feeling the intensity of this Uranus T-square because it's happening in all of the fixed signs. And I just feel like a broken record over here that every month I'm like, oh, we've just had Uranus and Taurus for so long. And do you know where Uranus is? You really want to know Uranus in your astrology chart because Uranus is coming in so strong right now. And you'll also want to know where Taurus 15 degrees lands for you. And you'll also want to check out your Leo full moon at 16 degrees and that sun at 16 degrees of Aquarius lands for you as well. And I am personally feeling this moon so much because I have my North Node in Aquarius, my whole soul's mission, my raison d'etre, why I'm here, and the work I have to do is in Aquarius, really close to 16 degrees. My South Node is in Leo at about 16 degrees. And then I have Leo rising. This moon is hitting who I am and why am I here. I'd love to know. If you know, let me know. And then I have Taurus in my 10th house of career. So Uranus bringing unexpected events. Boy, I'm really having all this drama with the Bend Health Guide, my other business, because there's this woman who's like impersonating my Bend Health Guide and having a health fair, and it is just this crazy drama that is like trademark infringement case. It is crazy, and it just came up with this full moon. And that's why it is so important to know where these planets are lining up in your astrology chart. It all makes sense when you know the houses. And I keep saying this, but I really want to do a series on getting to know each and every one of the 12 houses in your astrology chart so you can follow along every month when I'm teaching you guys about these different transits. You can say, oh, that's in my 5th house or my 4th house or 2nd house. And it all makes sense. And remember, a Uranus T-square, I always talk about these squares. We had that Saturn-Uranus square happening all through last year. But the squares can bring conflict. And there's always a lesson in conflict, isn't there? So you got to dig deep, because there can be a gift. Like for me, I had all this drama with this person impersonating my Bend Health Guide business, but at the same time, all of my advertisers and clients and my Bend community really came out to offer their love and support of my business, and it felt so good, because I think sometimes when you're a solopreneur like me and you have self-employed and you have your own business, it can feel really lonely, like you don't have coworkers and things. But everybody just really came out in this loving, supportive way, like they got my back, and it felt like the universe has got my back. And so even though a square is conflict, look for the gifts and look for the lessons and look for the joy. Even in the midst of conflict, you can find these little golden nuggets of joy and love and support within it. And I know something good is going to come to me of all of this. It's just my sixth sense that maybe for me, it's just feeling that love and support and my healing community who's got my back, and just letting me know about all this going on with this woman's fake business. So you might find right now during this intense Leo full moon with this T-square in Uranus, your friends, your family, your community is your greatest source of support and love. And sometimes we got to lean on them. We're so independent in our society, in American society. We just all want to do it all on our own, and we don't need anyone. But sometimes it is really nice if you can reach out to friends, family, loved ones, community, and ask for help and ask for support. And when you get it, it's like, I didn't even know that was there all along. Oh my gosh. Like Dorothy, you had the power all along. And so I urge you to try that this month, to ask for help if you need it with these T-square conflicts that might be coming, especially for those of you, if you're a fixed sign and you're having a conflict, I want to hear about it. Leave it in the comments, because I just think that the fixed signs are really feeling this one. And of course, the planet Uranus is all about time speeding up, and I really gotta hurry. I'm just doing this one on my lunch break. I got a massage right after this, and then my kids coming home. Like, I'm just so doing too many things, and there's never enough time in the day. And Uranus just keeps speeding up time. Do you feel like time is just evaporating this month? Like you just, this Uranus T-square, it's more than just the full moon. It really can affect us all month long. So all month long, it has felt like I'm anxious that I don't have enough time to do all of the things. And there's this theory I remember learning in Buddhism, that this current Dalai Lama, every Dalai Lama has a soul purpose. And this Dalai Lama that we have right now, who I love so much, I've gotten to see the Dalai Lama 3 times, and every time it was beautiful. And this Dalai Lama, his soul purpose is to speed up time so that we reach enlightenment quicker, sooner, faster as a society at large. And every time I run out of time in the week, I think, gosh, that Dalai Lama sure is doing his job this week. And so I'm trying to do some affirmations right now that I have more than enough time to get everything done today. That time is infinite, and I can embrace having enough time. And honestly, lately I feel like I'm just lying to myself. And I think of that other quote that always kind of scares me. It says, "The problem is you think you have time." Oh, that might just be because I'm getting older, but that saying that you think you have time is just haunting me on this Leo full moon, this lunar cycle. And so anyways, Uranus with the T square also rules over storms, unexpected, surprising, shocking storms, and lightning. And Uranus and Taurus, that earth sign, it can indicate shocking earth events. So we may see earthquakes. I've just really been feeling like an earthquake is gonna happen, or mudslides, even volcanoes, some earth shifting, some things going on with the ocean. I'm gonna talk a little bit later about Cetus, the whale constellation, which is the sea monster. So we may see some tsunamis, some ocean stuff, or even just ships at sea getting caught in storms. I mean, that's not unlikely. It's February, but it's particularly, I would not want to be on a cruise this month, I'll tell you that much. And I am going to read the Sabian symbols a little bit later for all of these different degrees, for the Taurus and Uranus, for the Leo full moon and the sun. And we can find the deeper meanings of this big change that's happening in this moon. But sadly, this Leo full moon, it's just not going to be my favorite full moon of 2023 because it is such a sporadic, volatile energy this month. And it's sad because I love Leos. I'm a Leo rising and I resonate with Leos so much. And Leo, of course, rules over the heart chakra. What could be better than love and heart and self-love? And tap into your heart chakra this full moon if you can, and really listening to your heart, maybe doing a little heart math meditation, and we can all be feeling all the feels in our love relationships on this full moon, with Uranus square causing unexpected events. Secrets may show up. There could be an affair. Uranus rules over having an affair. Don't have an affair. It's horrible. Try not to make any erratic decisions related to your relationship this moon if you can help it. Maybe you want to break up with someone, get a divorce, or even the opposite, run off with your secret lover. But don't act on this full moon. I feel like you will regret it. And don't sign any contracts under this Uranus T square. Such an erratic energy that's happening. Wait until this moon passes. If you want it and you still want it after the moon passes, then you can act. But don't act on this moon. I've been doing all of these astrology charts from my big New Year's sale. And when I ask everyone what they want to focus on for their readings, everyone says two things: love and money. Love and money. Love and money. That's what we want to manifest, right? And I realize I've made several Reiki-infused binaural music meditations for abundance. And maybe it's because I already have love. I have the love of my life. I love my husband so much. And I am always looking for more greater abundance and not love. But now I realize I've never made a Reiki for love binaural healing music. So my husband and I are collaborating right now. He has these beautiful pictures of flowers and hearts from when he used to work at Waldorf School. And I'm going to do distance Reiki, just really heart chakra infused distance Reiki to this Reiki for love healing music. We're hoping to upload it before this Leo full moon this Saturday. And this is just one of those powerful heart chakra loving moons, although the energy is really intense. If you stay in your heart space, if you stay in your heart chakra, if you stay in compassion and love, you will get through it. And I don't know, this might be one of those moons I just stay in. and listen to this binaural healing music all night long, because we also have Venus squaring Mars. Dun, dun, dun. Another square. We have 2 squares with this Leo moon. Oh my gosh. And Venus square moon, it's like 2 planets. They were dating earlier this year. Remember when Venus conjunct Mars? It was so romantic and sexy and super hot. And now that it's like the 2 planets, now they're in a huge squabble, conflict. And maybe you've been experiencing some lovers' quarrels this month. I know so many of my clients are telling me about it. So many people are having some lovers' quarrels. And this energy kind of brings this love-hate energy. It can even cause violence in our world. And I think we're already seeing that. And it may just show up as feeling really irritated at the ones you love, which is so sad. And my advice is to think it, write it, but don't say it. But I don't always take my own advice. I mean, sometimes I can't help myself. Sometimes I say it. But if you can help yourself, write it down, spend some time in your journal, take a meta moment, get away, take a break. Don't ruin it, because it's just the energy of, sometimes it's nice to know astrology, because you could be like, oh God, it's just a really bad moon. I'm not going to get in a big fight with you over this. And if you are single, I'll tell you, this is not a good full moon to meet your mate. There is some very volatile relationship energy here, and this screams broken picker. Do you know what I mean? I know so many people who have picked the wrong person to be in a relationship for them. And this is the kind of moon with that Uranus and the Venus and Mars squaring. You could really seriously pick the wrong person this full moon. I wouldn't even swipe right this night. No, just wait for this moon to pass on by and try not to fall in love with someone who's not right for you, because there's such a lack of control on this Leo full moon, combined with passion and surprising, unexpected, shocking events of Uranus, and then toss in some really negative stars, because Uranus will be conjunct Manuka, which is found in the Cetus sea monster constellation that always causes trouble. I swear it was February of 2020 when Cetus, the sea monster, was coming in so strong. And I think Cetus, the sea monster, was partially responsible for the whole COVID pandemic. So Cetus sea monster constellation always causes trouble. And this star, it's like Saturn. It's going to teach you something through trials, tribulations, bad choices, and it's just a school I do not want to attend. So be mindful, be careful. Just stay home for this one, honestly, because Cetus, the sea monster, also rules over, as I was saying earlier, the oceans, and Uranus can bring accidents. We could see drownings. You won't see me taking a cruise on this Leo full moon. And just be careful around water and sea creatures in general. And I wouldn't go to the ocean for this one. There can be some kind of ocean calamity happening on this Leo full moon. And maybe you shouldn't even take a moon bath. I don't know, just hide in the closet. But I know many of you will probably want to go out, because Leos love to be seen. They love to party, dance, and take the stage. I forgot to put a tiara on. Leos are all about wearing tiaras and roll out the red carpet, because Leo is the royal king and or queen. So Leo rules over leadership and friendship alike. And Leo leads from the heart always, and they always do what's right for others, what's right for the community. So ruled by the lion and the sun, Leo will be shining its radiant golden light energy like a warm summer's day. And I could really use a warm summer's day because I'm inside today. I'm not out in nature like usual because it's 2 degrees in Bend as I record this. And I would love to be, and Leos are born in August, and gosh, August sounds so nice right now. And I know when I get to August, I'll probably be complaining it's too hot, but right now I would take an August, hot August night right now. And Leo is represented in the tarot by the Strength card, the woman with the lion, and it asks us to really dig deep this full moon, finding your inner knowing and creating a divine expression of your own unique gifts on this full moon. And this is just why I can't understand why anyone would want to copy someone else's business. There's more than enough original ideas to tap into. So get it into a creative energy and just create something uniquely your own. And Leo will give us that fortitude and positive energy. No matter what is going on with this Uranus T-square, there will be some things going on for sure. But Leo is always like that cheerful, optimistic cat that just refuses to give up. And I definitely have that energy. If you're a Leo and you have that energy, let me know. A Leo will never fail. Leos never fail because they don't give up. They'll never give up. They'll just keep trying something new until they eventually succeed. So use this energy, this heart chakra positive energy to really create something that cannot fail. And I wish you so much luck. And I'm going to read the Sabian symbols now. Okay. So the Sabian symbols for Taurus, remember Uranus is in Taurus at 15 degrees, is a head covered with a rakish silk hat, muffled against the cold. A man braves a storm. And the keynote is the courage, heart-centered courage needed to meet the crisis precipitated by social ambition. And this man with the silk hat has seen some of his ambitious efforts bring him social success, but he learns that often nothing fails like success. And the storm may be deep within him, or it may attack his social status, and he is ready to face it daringly. This shows a willingness to accept the crisis and to go through it. And therefore, a great character comes of this, and the soil upon which a higher kind of consciousness may develop. I just feel like this so relates to what I'm going through personally. Like I said, I have Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus coming in strong this moon. And this implies a transition to a new level, which the individual has learned from experience demonstrates a truly mature mind. And what is revealed here is character. Under adverse circumstances, there's a clear sign from the universe that you are about to reach your highest goals against all odds right now. And so this is actually, it sounds stressful. There's a lot of crisis with this full moon, but there's a potential to finally achieve that huge success you've been waiting for. And then we have Leo at 16 degrees. The storm ends And I can't believe how well these two go together. It's just so funny because we just have the storm and the crisis building character, and now the Leo full moon is saying the storm ends and all of nature rejoices in brilliant sunshine. And I think of California and all the storms and mudslides and flooding that they've been under. And maybe this is a time when the sun will shine again and nature will rejoice that it is over. And I just hope it is over for California. They've hit some hard times. And the key note here is the surge of life and love after a major crisis. Whew, there is a seed of crisis in this Leo full moon, I'm afraid to say. And this symbol speaks clearly for itself how brilliant the light after a long night of the soul, and the battered but unconquered consciousness finds itself exalted now in the marriage of sunbeams and rising sap. And this indeed is a release, light and life singing in the cleansed and refreshed mind, flooded for a while by the waters of feeling. A lot of emotions coming up, heart emotions coming up this Leo full moon. And this sequence reveals consciousness at its most inspiring moments of enjoyment, but these peak experiences can operate on many levels. The first and most basic level is that of life itself, of the overcoming of crisis and the joy. Remember I said the joy, you got to find the joy in the crisis. It's not easy, but you can do it. The joy and the power of a fresh new beginning after the storm. And how amazing those two go together. Now let's see what Aquarius, Sun in Aquarius at 16 degrees, shows a big businessman at his desk. And the keynote here is the ability to organize the many aspects of any enterprise involving large groups of human beings. We could call that community, right? A great deal of what is glowingly written about the Aquarian age is probably just sheer glamour, because the new age should really be about man learning to use the power generated by human togetherness, coming together in group interplay. Ooh, I just had some really good group interplay at our Healthy Happy Hour with the Bend Health Guide. And I'm telling you, when two or more come together, it is a beautiful thing, really. And to use this interplay harmoniously for the welfare of all and humanity and the planet Earth, and to heal our Earth coming together in community, this has never been achieved and only very rarely even attempted. Mankind moving into this Aquarian age that we're moving into, mankind must make a thorough and irresistible attempt or be nearly destroyed. Whew. There is a creative remnant for seed persons who would have to begin again from new foundations in a new earth. And in the fields of big business, of huge war undertakings, or of major national efforts, great results have been achieved, but the motive and the quality of the human interrelationships involved were neither permanent, significant, or truly invested with harmony. The character of these techniques were totally unsatisfactory. This is a time where the concept of organization, that's different than organization. Organization is the key word, and that is that humanity should come together in a kind of actualized spiritual potentiality, which will create the evolutionary transformation that is coming just ahead. Whew, this is all coming from Dane Rudhyar's book, and this one is a mouthful and just mind-blowing concepts. But when I read this, talking about community and togetherness to solve the problems that are at hand with this Uranus and Taurus, this Earth crisis, Earth shocking events, mudslides, volcanoes, earthquakes. There's nothing, if you've ever been in an earthquake or a wildfire, I have been in both, and there's nothing that brings you together in community more than crisis, Earth crisis. When you go and check on your neighbors and you're like, is everybody okay? You really come together. I was in a couple really massive earthquakes in California growing up, and the community really gathers together. And I think of Sangha, which is a community of spiritually minded people, or it could be a community of Buddhist monks or yogis. And when that Sangha comes together, it is pure bliss, and it can really transform our world. And there's this theory that the second coming of Jesus will not be one person, but instead the community coming together from big heart chakra, heart love energy, coming together and transforming the world with light and love. And that just gives me chills with this full Leo full moon. Remember, even in the crisis, get into your heart space, find the joy, choose love over fear, and we will all get through this together. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to do a little distance Reiki for you all today, because we're really going to need some healing energy going into this potent Leo full moon with a Uranus T-square. I look forward to seeing you again on the other side. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned.